Hi everyone, and welcome to oddsjet.com, the home of hidden value in the sports betting marketplace. So as the dust settles on round 11, the last team in the Premier League with an unbeaten record this season, the seemingly invincible Manchester City, were finally stopped at Anfield, allowing Arsenal to stretch their lead at the top to 4 points. While at the other end, Everton, Leeds and Aston Villa again dropped 3 points despite being the better teams in each of their games. You've got to love the competitiveness of the Premier League. So with Matchday 13 just around the corner, we look ahead and ask, who are you backing to win? Well, oddsjet.com is your home to find the best odds on each and every Premier League game this season. Plus, with our exclusive premium bet finder tool, we instantly show you where there may be significant value to be had in the market. In a moment, I'll show you that there could be some interesting value to be had on Brighton and Nottingham Forest, amongst others. But first, let me take you through the top available odds for the key matches. The opening tie of round 13 takes us up to the East Midlands as Nottingham Forest welcome Liverpool to the City Ground. Nottingham Forest slipped to the bottom of the Premier League over the weekend after defeat at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Steve Cooper's men are now 4 points from safety, and although the position is by no means hopeless as they're only 6 points behind West Ham in 12th, up next is a challenging run of games including the visit of Liverpool, a team they haven't beaten since 1996. Top odds for Forest to cause an upset at 12.50 or 23-2. Liverpool put their recent Premier League struggles behind them to end Manchester City's unbeaten run in an enthralling and hot-tempered encounter at Anfield, which saw Jurgen Klopp sent off. With numerous first-team injuries, key players finally stood up, with Gomez and Van Dijk keeping Haaland quiet at the back, while Salah returned to his rampaging best up front with a brilliant individual goal. Is this the start of an unbeaten run back to the top, or simply a flash of what was? The last time they played at Forest was in the FA Cup last season, a tight game that eventually ended 1-0 to the visitors, and top odds for another win here are 1.25 or 1-4. For the draw, it's 6.90 or 59-10. A couple of hours later, up in Manchester, the blue half of the city welcomed Brighton to Emirates. City have only won twice in front of the Kop in 22 years, and they were frustrated once more as the previously unstoppable Erling Haaland was kept at arm's length and unable to take advantage of any chances that came his way. City had plenty of the ball, but was short of the crucial end product, which was always a danger in a game of fine margins, exemplified by João Cancelo's slip that allowed Mohamed Salah to race clear for the winner. Will their next visitors, Brighton, suffer the backlash of their first league defeat? Last season, this game finished 3-0 to City, and top odds for them to win again here are 1.21 or 21-100. After 2 losses in a row, Roberto De Zerbi is not placing additional pressure on his forwards to score after Brighton drew another blank against Brentford on Friday. Goals have dried up for Albion in a 1-0 and 2-0 defeat by Tottenham and Brentford respectively. But De Zerbi doesn't want to point the finger at any position in particular. Can the Seagulls rediscover their shooting boots for the trip up to Etihad and make history by claiming their first ever win on the road against City? Top odds for Brighton to win are 15.50 or 29-2. For the draw, it's 7.70 or 67-10. Saturday's late kickoff is in London as Chelsea take on Manchester United at Stamford Bridge. Mason Mount scored his first 2 club goals of the season as Chelsea survived a first half onslaught against Aston Villa to continue Graham Potter's unbeaten start as manager. Potter, who is now 6 games unbeaten since taking over as Chelsea boss last month and whose side have won the last 5, owes much of the success to Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa, who since being reinstated by Potter is in inspired form, making Sunday's win his 4th successive shutout. Can he help the Blues overcome their next visitors, Manchester United, a team they've not beaten at the Bridge since 2017? Top odds for a Chelsea win are 1.95 or 19-20. Marcus Rashford sent an injury time header wide as Manchester United were held by Newcastle and slipped 3 points off the top 4. It was the first match of the season that key playmaker Eriksen had missed, and the resulting lack of creativity in midfield ultimately cost United. Will he be back in time for the trip down to West London? The Red Devils' last 2 visits to the Bridge have ended in draws, and top odds for them to go one better here are 3.95 or 59-20. For the draw, it's 3.85 or 57-20. The final game on Sunday takes us to North London as Spurs play Newcastle at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Harry Kane marked his 400th Tottenham appearance with the opening goal as Antonio Conte's side battled past Everton to win 2-0. lifting them level with second place Manchester City with 23 points from their opening 10 Premier League games. It's their highest total at this stage of a top flight campaign as they prepare for a potentially tricky game against Newcastle. Last season they thrashed the Magpies 5-1 and top odds for another win here are 1.95 or 19-20. The goalless draw at Old Trafford was another indication of how this Newcastle side are progressing under Eddie Howe. They've now taken points off both Manchester teams and were fully deserving of this one, if not unlucky to get more. Eddie Howe has given the Magpies a defensive solidity that they've rarely been noted for, which is making opposition attacks having to work for their opportunities. Can they get a result at Spurs, a venue they last won at back in 2019? Top odds for a Newcastle win are 3.90 or 29-10. For the draw, it's 3.85 or 57-20. Now, if you prefer American odds, you'll also find them available on the site. Whether you'd like to bet on these games or any others, oddscheck.com also helps you to quickly see the bets where the highest paying bookie is offering significant value over their competition. How? Well, we do this with our exclusive premium bet finder tool found near the top of the screen. Here you can see that we've moved the slider to 15% plus, and in doing so, the premium bet finder tool automatically highlights the bets where the potential profit at the top paying bookie is 15% or higher than that of the median or the middle bookie. So we can see that there's at least a 15% divergence in value between the top and middle bookie for an away win for Brighton. So if you fancy a bet on Roberto De Zerbi getting his Seagulls back to winning ways at Etihad, then there's 15% more potential profit to be found between the top and middle bookies. Now, if I slide the premium bet finder tool back down to 13% plus, we can see a serious divergence in value between bookies for some other potentially interesting bets, notably a home win for Nottingham Forest and a draw in the same game at the City Ground. So if you fancy a bet on either of these results, then there's 13% more potential profit to be made. Now, of course, due to regulations, we can't actually show you which bookies have the top odds in this video. To view your actual results, you'll find links in the video description to head on over to oddscheck.com. Remember, bookmaker odds can change between the time you made this video and the time at which you view it. So do make sure to subscribe to the channel and ensure to turn on notifications using the bell icon so you can take advantage of our updates as they happen. Now, even if the odds have changed, oddscheck.com and our premium bet finder tool are always here to help you find the highest available odds and explore interesting value in the sports betting marketplace. Well, that's all for this video, but we'll have more updates for you very soon. If you found it to be helpful, please do let us know by hitting the like button and be sure to get your predictions into the comments below. Enjoy the games and remember, please play responsibly.